Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Big T. Football season's back, guys. Welcome back to Football Talk. First episode, season opener. Just around the corner, guys. It's actually tomorrow. If you watch this video, it'll be going up Wednesday, so the first game of the year will be tomorrow. Guys, tell you one thing. Very interesting offseason. I was going to get into like a lot of the different players and, but the one trade that I'm going to go with is the trade that happened last week, the Khalil Mack trade. That was a very interesting thing. I kept thinking, there's no way Oakland's going to trade him. I mean, he's one of the best pass rushers in the National Football League, guys. I mean, my top three pass rushers are Von Miller, Khalil Mack, and J.J. Watt. I know everyone's going to be like, well, J.J. Watt's always hurt. Well, you know what? When he's on the field, he's still a playmaker out there. But I have the trade right here. This is what was shocking to me, the contract he signed. So he wound up, as soon as he got traded, he wound up signing a brand new deal. The deal is 6 years, $141 million. Average salary is going to run him about $23.5 million a year. That's an average. $90 million of that money is guaranteed, because that's the big thing, guys. For any of you who don't know how contracts work, teams can sign players to like whatever contracts they want, but the one thing players always look for is guaranteed money. That's the only thing they care about, because even if they get cut, that's what they're going to get. So if they get a sign bonus of $1 million, $1 million is what they're guaranteed, even if they don't even make the team. So, but yeah, so like $90 million guaranteed and $60 million on signing. Now that's per sources or something. But guys, this is what the Bears gave up to get Khalil Mack. So in the trade, they get Khalil Mack, a second-round pick in 2020 and a sixth-round pick in 2020. Now Oakland's the winner, I believe, in this trade, because they wound up getting 2 first-round picks, one in 2019 and one in 2020. That's big. A third-round pick in 2020 and a sixth-round pick in 2020. I mean, guys, if you're a GM and you're making this trade, you gotta make sure like this is the guy that's gonna help us get to that next level. Chicago, I'm gonna talk about Chicago a little bit right now. Chicago, I believe, is a good young team. They got a good running game. I'm very impressed with what the running game is. They've got a young quarterback. They look like they really like, and now you put Khalil Mack on that defense. I think it instantly makes them better. Now, I don't think this is a team that's going to win the division. I'll explain that later of my division picks. I think they're going to be a much dangerous team. I think teams are going to have to really game plan against this team. So, who do you think? But I'm going to ask you this: is what should we do, guys? If anybody who thinks about the Khalil Mack trade, who do you think won? Oakland or Chicago? Write in the comments, who do you think won that trade? So guys, now we are going to get to my season predictions. I'm going to do what I think I did last year. My bet, who I think the best team is going to be in the league by record, and who's going to be the worst team by record. I believe the team that is going to be the best record this year is the Super Bowl champs, Philadelphia Eagles. Why do I think Philly is going to be the best team in the entire NFL? Because they still have a majority of that team with them. The quarterback-wise, you really want to see Carson Wentz out there. I know he's still going. Nick Foles was named the Week 1 starter. I think it's a smart idea. I know everybody wants to see him back, but you know what, guys? This kid's is the future thing. And I'm telling you one thing, if he didn't get hurt last year, hands down, he would have been like MVP. Hands down. So that's why I want Philly is going to be. My worst team this year, I'm sorry to say this, is going to be the LA Chargers. I actually put down San Diego Chargers. I still can't get. Not a big splash with that team. I don't think that team. I think the team will be competitive, but I still think they'll have one of the worst records. It won't be Cleveland this year. It will not be Cleveland. I think Cleveland will actually win a few games. So those are my predictions who are going to be the best and worst team this year. But once again, guys, write in the comments, who do you think who's going to have the best record in football this year? Write in the comments. I really want to hear it. All right, so now bringing down divisions. Who are going to be the division winners and who is my early Super Bowl pick? We're going to start in the NFC. NFC East, it's Philly. I think it's one of the most competitive divisions in football because you got them, the Giants, Giants, Washington. I think all these teams are going to be very, very competitive, but I still feel like it's Philly's division. So, the NFC North. This was really hard for me, guys, because now with that, like I said before earlier, the Khalil Mack trade, I still think it's. I'm gonna go because this was hard for me because you got Green Bay, which Aaron Rodgers is right behind Tom Brady, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. It was really hard for me, but I'm gonna go with Minnesota. I think Minnesota is gonna do it this year. I think Minnesota has the chance to go deep. I mean, not the Stephon Diggs Hail Mary catch at the end or the crazy catch they had, which, guys, that was one of the craziest plays I ever watched. I actually watched that game. I have an uncle that's a Vikings fan, and he was extremely happy with it. But I feel like it's Minnesota. I think that'll still be another competitive division, but I still think it's Minnesota. NFC South. Guys, this division goes up and down. One year, Carolina was dominant. One year, New Orleans was. And then Atlanta. It was hard for me to pick, but I'm going to go with New Orleans. I think New Orleans is going to make one last push to get to a deep playoff run. I think they'll get it. Like I said, we'll just see what happens. And then the NFC West. This was hard because I think the LA Rams might have the best, right with Philadelphia, one of the best teams in football. But you know what? I'm going with a shocker pick. I'm going with the 49ers. And I say that because I feel like they found their guy. Jimmy Garoppolo, who New England was supposed to be the heir to Tom Brady, but then they traded him last year, and he won all of his games when he started the last, 5 games of the year. I feel like this is a team that will challenge LA. I still think LA will get in, but I feel like San Francisco is going to be a team that people are going to have to look out for. Hands down. Now we're going to the AFC. AFC East, guys, it's no brainer. It's New England. It's New England. Sorry. I mean, I know the Jets drafted the quarterback, Donnelly. I think he'll be a good quarterback, but maybe down the road, not just this year. Same thing with Buffalo. Miami has a few pieces there, but I just don't see it. AFC North, it's Pittsburgh, but I feel like they're really gonna have to work for it this year. I really think that division got a lot better. The team that I'm gonna say right now, I don't want to laugh at me, but look out for Cleveland. Look out for Cleveland, because I think that's a team that's gonna maybe shock a few people. I think they'll win a couple of games. I think they'll start going in the right direction to try and actually win a couple of games this year. So, but I still think it's Pittsburgh division. AFC South. This was another tough division, guys. I eventually went with Texans. I feel like if Watson stays healthy, I think that's their division, because no disrespect to Jacksonville. Jacksonville, they got a good team. They got a great defense. That's why they were in the AFC Championship game last year. Offensively, they have a good running game. They've got some good receivers. They got a good offensive line, but I'm still just the quarterback, Bortles. I'm just not sold on him. I'm just not. I feel like they got a legitimate quarterback. They would be a competitive team, but that's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. I didn't even think Jacksonville was even going to be a good team last year. But yeah, Texans in that division. And then AFC West, this went up and down, up and down. It went up and down. But I'm gonna go with Kansas City on this one. I think Kansas City will actually pull it off with that young quarterback they got last year in the draft, because Alex Smith got traded to Washington. I think he'll do good in Washington. So there's that. And then my Super Bowl picks. My early pick, I don't see why it can't be a rematch of last year's Super Bowl, Philly and New England. And I think it'll be a dogfight in that one too if it happens. I'm not going to say who wins because I think it's too close to say who wins. So those are my division winners. That is my early Super Bowl prediction. But guys, write down in the comments, who do you think is gonna go to the Super Bowl and win it this year? Your early predictions. Now with that said, I want to make some predictions for Week 1. So here we go, guys. Week 1 predictions. So excited. Week 1, football's back. You know how it goes, guys. First game of the year, it's the defending champs opening up on their home turf, and this year it's at Philly. I have no doubt Philly is going to be crazy. They have such a crazy fan base as it is, so them being the champs now, it's just going to be it's going to be chaotic there, but in a good way. Hopefully, everybody has fun and not go too crazy there, but. They're going against the Atlanta Falcons, which they went against in the playoffs last year, and everyone thought last year that Atlanta's going to kick the shit out of them, but Philly played a really good game. But I think this is going to be a closer game than we think it is. I mean, my first impression when I first saw it, I'm thinking like, Philly's just going to run over them. But these games never go the way we think they're going to go. So with that said, I think it will be a close game. I'm going to give the win to Philly, 27-21. I think that's what it is. The champs will win the game, but I think it will be a lot closer. It will be a heavyweight fight to the end. All right, so that's on a Thursday night. Once again, guys, that's on Thursday night, which if you're watching this, it's either... it's tomorrow because this is when it will be posted. So, all right. So next game on the Sunday, the first Sunday. So here we go. This is gonna be good. So, Bills and Ravens. I'm gonna go with the Ravens on this one. Pittsburgh at Browns. I believe this will be my upset for the first week. This is my upset pick. I think Cleveland at home. Against a division opponent, it's going to be electrifying. This is when I think Cleveland, I'm giving you some love, guys. Finally, you guys go out and you actually win a football game. And I think it will be the start of something new, a new chapter in Cleveland. So let's hope for the best for Cleveland. I think Cleveland will win this one 13-10. Low scoring game. Bengals at Colts. Andrew Luck, his first start. I think he'll play good, but I'm giving this one to Cincinnati in a tight one. Titans at Miami. I'm giving this one to Tennessee. Give Mike Vrabel your first. Mike Vrabel, who I loved him as a player. I even loved him more as a coach now. He gets his first win as a Titans head coach. Niners at the Minnesota Vikings. This one's hard because like I said, these two teams are so good. I'm gonna have to give the pick to Minnesota. I think Garoppolo will get his first loss of the year, but I think it will only be by a field goal. So 34-31 or something like that, like a high scoring game like that. And then my Patriots go against Houston. I think this will be a very hard game. I still give New England the win by a close margin. I think because there's New England is really, come on, it's Tom Brady. Come on. Bucks at the Saints. I'm gonna give this one to the Saints because Tampa really hasn't. I've been giving them a lot of support over the years, but Tampa just keeps disappointing me every year. So I'm going with New Orleans. The Jaguars at the Giants. I'm giving it to Jacksonville. Kansas City at the Chargers. Giving it to Kansas City. Redskins at the Cardinals. Close game. Cardinals will win it by a field goal. Cowboys at the Panthers. I'm gonna go with Carolina on this one. Seahawks at the Broncos. I'm giving this one to the Seahawks. Chicago at Green Bay. I give it to Green Bay. And then we have a Monday night. We have a doubleheader Monday night. We have the Jets and the Lions. I'm going to go with the Lions in this one. Matt Patricia, once again, another new coach for Patriot defensive coordinator. I give him his first win as a head coach. And then LA against Oakland. Guys, it's LA. I'm sorry. It's LA. So those are my predictions for week 1. Who do you think is going to win this week 2? Like I said, guys, write in the comments below. Love to hear what you think this is. I'm hoping for a really competitive football year. I'm going to end this video really quickly, but I want to just say one more thing about this upcoming year. I'm hoping for a good year, competitive, hopefully not too many injuries. A lot of guys got hurt last year. I really hope we don't have injuries. And also, too, I hope to God this new helmet rule does not bring up my blood pressures by some margin. So, with that said, let's hope for a good football year. Guys, this is going to be another good year. Hopefully, once again, thank you for all the love and support you guys give, everybody who supports this channel, who subscribes. So, that's all I got to say. All right, look for more videos, guys. Subscribe for more content. Social media below. Always remember to be kind, generous, and love one another. And as always, I will see you in the next video, my friends. You guys are awesome. Bye!